In the 1980s, a group of impressionable young men watched way too much television. Today, they survive as defenders of that forgotten era. If something or someone from the 80s is in jeopardy, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the Chain Gang.
Go, 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 go!
All right, we're down to the wire here on the Survivor Series. Tonight, King's Court will have to deal with these four men. They are the 4x4s that include the mechanical expertise of Bret the Hitman Hart.
Let me tell you something, Gene. This is going to be the 4x4's finest hour. Valentine, Bravo, the Macho King, and the Earthquake are going to find out the hard way what the 4x4s are all about.
All right, here's a man that brings experience to the party in the form of Rugged Ronnie Garvin.
Well, the 4x4s are ready. Break the hammer, Valentine. I got a personal score to settle, and I'm going to shut that big mouth of yours and stick this right into it.
All right, it's the power of the mighty Hercules.
You know me and Gene with the Hitman, Rugged Ronnie Garvin, and this tough guy in my corner. I don't foresee any problems tonight.
Okay, Captain Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
You can feel it, Mean Gene. You can feel it, and you can see it. This team right here is ready for anything. Savage, you and that King's Court are in for a long, long night. When the 4x4s come to the ring, we got one thing in mind, and that's to beat people up. Ready? Aim! Fire! Boom!
This sounds terrible. This is just not getting off the ground here. All right.
Two
time. Okay. That's what the ladies
in quick succession.
Is that our hey you behind the book?
Hey, oh.
All right, welcome to OSW Review. What do we do again? We
review old wrestling.
pay-per-views.
Oh, we chronicle the Hulkamania era pay-per-view by pay-per-view, and we're awesome at it.
All right, let's do it.
Awesome.
Yo, Hulkamaniacs! It's Thanksgiving night, and this is the happiest time of year for all the maniacs, brother. You know, me and all my little Hulksters, we got a lot of things to be thankful for. Number one, we're thankful for being happy and very healthy. We're thankful for having time to share with our loved ones. We're also thankful that Hulkamania is still the strongest force in the universe. And after the turkey's done, after the blessings are all done, I can tell you what the Hulkster's mostly happy about. It's Survivor Series time, and I'm thankful for my team of Hulkamaniacs. I'm thankful because I'm rich and you're not.
I'm thankful for having Damien and the DDT.
You know what we're thankful for? We don't have to fight each other.
Oh, yeah, I am thankful that I am the only man worthy of being the Macho King. Oh, yeah.
I'm thankful for the privilege of living right here in the good old US of A. Tough guy. I'm thankful I've got that big earthquake on my side. What I'm thankful for Thanksgiving? For my polka dots. I'm thankful for the judges I serve. I'm thankful for wrestling, cutting, and strutting.
I'm thankful for my good looks.
I'm thankful for having the most ravishing body in the WWF.
I'm thankful because I ate Ricky Rude.
I am thankful for being the world's smartest man.
I'm thankful for being absolutely perfect.
Yeah, we're thankful for having sardine stuffing and our turkey tonight.
I'm thankful for spending Thanksgiving with all the members of the Heenan family.
Thanksgiving every day, but especially this day, as the Warriors give me the intensity to deliver the pair at Survivor Series. It is going to be a war!
The WWF Survivor Series, the Thanksgiving Day tradition, the ultimate in team competition, when Team Captain Ultimate Warrior and Andre the Giant join fellow members, the
Handful, Jim Neidhart, along with Haku, as they join the Rockers and the Brain Busters. It's the Ultimate Warriors against the Heenan family. Team captains Rowdy Roddy Piper and Ravishing Rick Rude join fellow members Superfly, Jimmy Snuka, and Mr. Perfect, along with the Bushwhackers and the Fabulous Rougeos. It's Roddy's Rowdies against Rude's Rudes. Team captains Hacksaw Jim Duggan and the Macho King Randy Savage join fellow members Rugged Ronnie Garvin and Greg the Hammer Valentine, along with Bret Hart, along with Dino Bravo, Hercules, and the Earthquake. It's the 4x4s against the King's Court. Team captain Dusty Rhodes and the Big Boss Man join fellow members Brutus the Barber Beefcake and Bad News Brown, along with the Red Rooster, Rick Martel, Tito Santana, the Honky Tonk Man. It's the Dream Team versus the Enforcers. Team captains Hulk Hogan and $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase join fellow members Jake the Snake Roberts and Zeus, along with Demolition and the Powers of Pain. It's the Hulkamaniacs versus the $1 Million Team. It's the Survivor Series.
Survivor Series 1989. It's November 23rd and it's from the Rosemont Horizon in Chicago, Illinois. Our commentators tonight are Gorilla Monsoon and Jesse the Pilgrim Ventura with nice clean bum shave on, and they make a lot of Thanksgiving puns. Now tonight we're joined not only by your host Jay Hunter and Mr. OOC,
Yep.
but also Steve V1. How's it going, mate?
Not too bad. What's up, lads?
Actually, people won't know that we recorded this.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to give a bit of background to the last time we attempted this podcast, Jay?
Oh, yeah. I thought me and Steve would be great because we wouldn't have to listen to this crap. But it turns out that it's not half as fun.
Yeah.
No, it was informative.
Yeah, but Steve has a lot to live up to because we're expecting great things, okay?
Yes. Oh, just throw out casual racism. See you through today. Alright, so we get an establishing shot montage and backstage video prep montage, and that's pretty awesome, and we go into a what I'm thankful for montage. Alright, so Vince runs down the car.
No, he doesn't. He fucking screams the card down your ear holes. Like, I thought it was awesome. Only Vince can sound like this.
Yeah, he quite penetrated our ear holes. Yeah. Alright, so we got the Enforcers. It's the Big Boss Man using Slick's theme with Bad News Brown, Rick the Model Martel, and the Honky Tonk Man with managers Jimmy Hart and Slick versus the Dream Team. We got Brutus Beefcake, Tito Santana tailgating him right up his arse, the Red Rooster, and Dusty Rhodes, baby. And I think we talked about who's the captain here, because Brutus uses the sleeper Dream Team, and Dusty Rhodes is the American Dream. So
I thought it was
sure
Dusty.
he's getting the big push with Hogan and Savage and Zeus and all that, so it must be.
Brutus and Hogan main evented SummerSlam, and like somewhere between hanging and banging, here's your own team. You can't have a furry coat, but here's a team, you know. Aha! So you'll say the Giant Soul Bro, Slick's there, Big Boss Man's there. Where's Akeem? Well, he no-showed the pay-per-view for some unknown reason and was replaced with Bad News Brown. Alright, so we start off with Chico Martel. And the announcers bring up that there's a bit of a Dusty Bossman feud going on. Now, do you remember we were giving out why is Dusty stealing his gimmick?
Why is Bossman not killing this fella for wearing his gear there?
Well, they were feuding actually because on July 22nd on Superstars, Dusty stopped Bossman from battering up some jobber and he stole his nightstick.
Okay.
It doesn't account for the hat. He brought that.
Sure,
from
Bossman
home.
doesn't wear a hat anyway, so he just random sex shop on the way to the thing.
Alright, so, yeah, Boss Boob, he does the Jay Hunter special. He rakes the back as like, yeah, get in. Right there. Pretty much a back and forth match. Lots of quick tags and that. And the first elimination comes, it was like just going through this, there's like 30 fucking eliminations. My job in this is to read out the results, basically, of this. So you get to chat about it, I get to fucking read the results.
I guarantee you he has the results. Who pinned who of every single match.
I do.
Yes, he does.
Do you want to run down this pay-per-view?
I will run down this match if you want me to.
Yes. No, I need you to run down the next match.
Okay, yeah, fine.
Awesome.
That's fine.
Alright, so the first elimination comes when, Martel, he looks awesome, and he counters Chico's figure 4 and roll up with one of his own, and eliminates Tito.
When Tito and Thing were like both in the ring kind of facing each other, it just became so obvious why Tito didn't go on to be a big star. He is just not on the same level
He's
as
no charisma.
Martel at all. He's just bland, isn't he?
He needs a gimmick, which
He's
also
like a plain tackle. No
It's like
flavor.
93. What year did he, did the Matador gimmick?
It was actually
WrestleMania 9, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. It was earlier than that.
Beforehand, yeah.
He was like 92. He became the Matador, I think, which was a great. That was one of the first gimmicks I remember, actually.
Really?
Like, as in that was a real proper stupid gimmick.
Oh.
Not like
Yeah, because when you first said it, I was like, it sounds like a good memory. That's wrong.
Oh man, just gotta gear up for well done, yeah? So there was a shot of Brown Sugar before she was officially managing Dusty. So it's
Isn't that the prostitute that what's his face?
Hugh Grant.
Yeah.
Hugh Hefner.
He shouldn't need
He
it.
doesn't need
Is
it.
it?
No, that her name was
Divine Brown.
Divine Brown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Close enough.
Wait, her name is Sweet Sapphire. What did I say?
Luscious sugar, brown
Brown
sugar.
sugar?
Yeah, apparently no one calls her Brown Sugar. That's just me and Greg.
Okay.
That's just your
our
racism
family.
coming out again.
Sponge fingers and
Toadstool.
Toadstool. Which one was Toadstool?
Tully Blanchard.
There you
So
go.
I got it in the alliteration. Yeah, it must be just our family that call her Brown Sugar, but Sweet Sapphire does.
did you notice that Rooster did the flare flop twice in this match? Like, Valentine's delayed face flop.
Bad News Brown, he's not involved in the match, and he's not interested in, that's his gimmick, he doesn't care about the match. Why would you pick him for a tag partner then?
When he's clearly proven that he's no tag partner whatsoever. Yeah.
He's also proven that he's no aspiration to be a champion, because you can't win a belt by count out.
Unless you're in TNA.
Yeah.
That's right.
Less of the TNA bashing. Anyway, non-kayfabe reason.
Oh, yes, please.
He's the only, probably the only wrestler that was left in the locker room, considering there's like 40 wrestlers on this pay-per-view. So that was pretty. It was him or Akeem who was not there.
Was this guy ever popular with fans? Bad News Brown.
Yeah, well, he worked up in Calgary with the Hearts, and Brett loves him, so it's got a bit of clout. So the Bossman hits Bad News Brown by accident, just like last year, and Bad News Brown throws a strop, he leaves and gets counted out.
Now this is about a 5 count he gets here, and then it's you're out of here, which is.
Love wrestling. It's awesome.
This is the first 5 count of the evening. There'll be a few more, even lower, maybe three counts, 4 counts even.
There was one that was ridiculous.
We'll get to
Yeah,
that.
we'll get to that. Alright, so Brudai hits the high knee
Oh, yeah.
on the honky tonk man and gets the 3 in the heels corner, and they don't break it up. What lovely lads. So then we get a sunset flip from the Beefer to the model, who reverses it but gets caught cheating, which is awesome. And Beefer reverses it and gets the 3 and gets a big bump.
I thought it was a great spot. I thought it was really, really well done. The fans popped for it as well.
And no Arn Anderson doing a jig either.
Yeah, but doing the greatest jig of the night.
Not even Irish either, yeah. A question. Why isn't the barber wearing red and white? As a barber.
It's a really good question.
And could he not have some kind of suicide dive and call it Barbicide? Why weren't we on the booking?
I know.
Maybe because he's not capable of doing a
We
suicide
were
dive.
like about 6 at the time.
I can only imagine if you was a kid at 6, you're like, Hogan, what a cunt. Yeah, so the Big Boss Man gets a side slam on the Red Rooster 4-3, and now it's down to 2-on-1. So it's Beaver and Dusty versus the Boss Man. It's the faces are up 2-1. So Dusty,
amazing psychology.
Dusty gets a running splash and gets the win. That's it. There's no drama, but we get the drama after the match where the Boss Man gets his handcuffs and he ties Dusty to the ropes, and he uses his baton and beats up Dusty, and so he gets his heat back. And then the Beaver comes in and sends the heels fleeing with his clippers. What do you guys think of the match?
I don't know. As an opening match, it should have been. We said it in the last time. It should have been something like the Rockers in there, something exciting. Dusty did get the crowd up and going, which is pretty cool. Honky the same. Overall, typical punchy kicky.
I actually thought that this match was pretty good. I thought that Rick Martel looked really good, and you can really see him just getting better at every show. And I thought that this was Beaver's best showing since we've been doing OSW. I thought he pretty much kept this match going. He looked solid in ring for the first time ever. So excellent. Although get that pink and black off.
Get a jumper on.
Was it not more purpley black, no? I have to say that, like, I know Dusty's great, but he's shit wrestler. Like,
yeah,
he can barely even run the ropes. Yeah. You know, it just goes to show you.
The ropes?
Just goes to show you, you don't need to be able to adequately perform any kind of wrestling move to get over. And fair balls. One thing that I found interesting, Monsoon points out that the losing team comes out with less money, which I think should be pushed more.
I think that should be
in wrestling.
On every wrestling show.
Yeah,
the winner gets paid. It should be double what the loser gets paid.
Yeah,
like in MMA.
When there's no title on the line, give the wrestlers a reason to win a match.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
Good point. Rooster, great for him. He was in the final 2 or final 3.
Yeah,
that was the best thing he's ever going to do, probably, in a wrestling ring. I think, actually, since the last pay-per-view, he looks a little bit flabbier.
Yeah, definitely.
Was he being booted at this point?
Oh, he'll be gone before WrestleMania, I think. He's basically picking up a paycheck now, like.
Oh, he's going down the jobber route, alright, and looking like a jobber. But yeah, not a great way of opening the card, in my opinion.
Alright, so we get an immediate post-match shouty promo with the Boss Man and Slick. He says that Dusty has broke the law and he's a prisoner of the state now, and when his shirt is fully open, and holy God, he looked like he jumped in a pool. He is soaking, dripping wet. Imagine getting a big hug off him.
Oh God.
He says, "Oh yeah, this is just the beginning." No, it's not. That was the blow off.
Are you serious? I thought this promo was amazing. I love the kayfabeness that this man thinks he's a policeman and he's ridding the wrestling world of evildoers. That's fucking awesome, guys.
Jay, when does Nails come into it? Because Nails was fucking great.
When he gets off the jacks. I think it's 92.
92.
Okay, so Gene interviews the King's Court. What? Here we go. It's Earthquake. So the 11th of November on Superstars, Bravo and Warrior have a push-up contest, which is awesome, and they get some big fat bloke from the crowd, which is John, i.e. John Tenta, to sit on Bravo's back, and he actually does some push-ups. It's actually pretty cool.
That's very impressive, because he's a big man. He's a large man.
He's a man.
He's a large man.
And when it comes to Warrior, Earthquake just squashes him, and they start beating up Warrior.
Really? So like Warrior actually had like his ego wasn't so big that he would let himself be kind of shown up like that.
Well, it was.
I bet you Hogan wouldn't have let something like that happen.
So yeah, Earthquake, he replaces the Widowmaker, Cowboy, Barry Windham. You love the double barrel gimmick names, don't you? Who was out having surgery, or, if you believe the other dirt sheets, his bro and his dad were jailed on counterfeiting charges. Greg Valentine calls Earthquake Canadian Earthquake, And Sherry does a Macho Man impersonation, which is alright, but not great. Here we go, match number 2. It's Team Rubbish versus Team Front Bump. So it's the King's Court. It's the Macho King, the captain, baby, and Greg Valentine, Dino Bravo, and Canadian Earthquake with Sherry and the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. And they take on the No Themes, otherwise known as the 4x4s. We got Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Bret Hitman Hart, Rubbish Ronnie Garbage, and your boy, God of War Hercules. Yeah, the Macho Man, he's the Macho King now in this promo, because even when he was at the Cauldron in the last pay-per-view, he wasn't the Macho King. So yes, it's 25th of September, it was Duggan versus Macho for the crown. Obviously Macho won with a loaded purse, and there was an amazing coronation promo with all the heels.
That sounds awesome.
The Genius is there and the rest of them. Oh, it's great all night.
Behold this humble entourage. Their heads are bowed in reverence at the very slightest whisper of one name, exalting in his splendor, which is altogether fitting of the people and the land from whence he came. False monarchies are commonplace as kingdoms rise and fall, but I, the genius full of glory and renown, say the Macho Man is everything that everybody everywhere would ever want to wear a crown. I say this king deserves a queen beside him on the throne, and Sherry is the fairest in the land. Nobody else is worthy of this monumental honor and the regal splendor of his royal hand. We witness the dethroning of one Jim the Hacksaw Duggan, whose crown and robe are in a state of ravage. I now remove my mortar board and place it near my heart, and thus proclaim you Macho King Randy Savage.
The Macho King, King Macho. Wow. And Queen Sherry. Look at this. Look at that robe. And it says King on the back. I wonder if the King's going to share a few words with us.
Wait a minute. The $1 Million Man has a gift. A gift worthy only of a king. So to you, the newly crowned Macho King Randy Savage, I give you this gift a king should never be without. This golden scepter. Solid golden scepter.
Let's take a look at, wow. Take a look at that, Jesse. I'm speechless, McMahon. I mean, admit the $1 Million Man does truly have a heart of gold, doesn't he? Has a pocketbook of gold, I'm not so sure about the heart.
Did you see the interview beforehand with the 4x4s?
No, I didn't get this.
No, I didn't get it either.
Go on.
They were all standing there with the 2x4s. And, you know, Duggan was, as far as I remember, doing most of the talking. And Bret looked like embarrassed. He did not want to be there. This is not the right thing for Bret the Hitman Hart to be doing, is to go be on, oh, with a 2x4. It doesn't suit him whatsoever. I think he actually did a little promo, and he started with, you know, the classic Hogan, let me tell you something, Mean Gene, which is him basically, I've nothing to say, I'm just going to say what Hogan said 5 minutes ago.
Every wrestler goes off his promo with that same line. Just one thing I fucking did my head in, they're all carrying 2x4s and they're called the 4x4s. That's a Jeep.
What should they be called?
We beat, like.
They should be called the 8x4s or the 2x8s.
Wait, whoa, is it
2x16s.
A 2x4, but surely the dimensions of it is not twice like the width and the height.
No, that would be like a little block.
Yeah.
What is? Oh, 2x4 is the
It's
dimensions
width by
of the
depth, like.
of the not the shaft, per se, but the girth.
Oh, okay, that makes sense because like the 4x4s would be a square.
Amazing.
Why? What should they be called?
I was watching this and I was just like, oh my god, I fucking have it, faggot.
The fuck is that?
It's a bundle of sticks, dude. How you going?
That's the first clap in OSW history.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Oh, well done, Steve. Well done. Well done.
Very good. Yeah. So, Monsoon quips, if anyone can get him up, Hercules can.
Oh god, this podcast is just...
He's like the Greeks of old. You know the ones I'm talking about. There was amazing. They zoomed out on the camera, so I assume they fucked it up. But there was supposed to be a 2x4 like opposite Scotch Jamaica, you know, and they just botched it really bad. And, like,
oh god,
garbage was there, and as soon as they stopped, he just fucked it. It was great. So, do you want to run down this classic match, Steve?
Yeah, sure, not a problem. Right, just first of all, I was like, man, Hercules, Jesus Christ, why is this guy even still here? And then right away, he does a really good press slam, I think, followed into an atomic drop. So I was like, oh, okay, fair enough.
Was this on Valentine?
I don't know actually who it was on. It was just,
I think it was like the cartoon selling from Valentine, who was like,
he did some comical overselling in this game. Yeah, so then we hit onto, and it's Garvin who is wrestling Valentine, and he sticks on a sleeper hold, which is when Garvin starts to sell that he's going unconscious via jazz hands. I just, what the hell is this, you know? Clearly you should be waiting until you get your energy in 2 minutes.
Bingo, bango, bongo. Nice.
I was just thinking at this point that this match is a lot kind of faster paced than the opener, and I honestly thought that this match was going to be over really quickly, and it was a lie. It was a lie. Earthquake tags in, hits his sit down whoopsie doodle, and eliminates Hercules, and we are 3 to the faces, 4 to the heels.
oh, he was the balls right to the face. Got right in there.
I reckon I tap out of that shit.
There's a 1 count.
Will somebody tell Finlay that you have to be the size of Earthquake to really pull this move off? Because when Earthquake does it, it looks great. When Finlay does it, it looks like he's at a kid's party or something.
100%, yeah.
Right, so the faces team up on Earthquake, but he kicks out eventually and tags in Dino Bravo. Valentine goes for a figure 4, gets reversed. Yeah, Valentine kicks out of Garvin's pin. He tags out. The heels work over for Garvin for a good while.
Garvin does a standing jumping headbutt. He's like, it's amazing.
I don't know how I missed this.
It's like, you know, if you press forward on the D-pad twice. It's like there's no head movement or whatever. It's just straight. You know.
Awesome.
It's as if there was I don't know. There's a biscuit on top of a wall and you can't use your hands. You need to bob for it basically.
A biscuit on a wall.
Awesome.
I was going to say it, but I'm going to say it now. Soggy biscuit on a wall, you dirty little shit.
Radio. So Macho tags in, works over Garvin for a while. There's more tags, and we eventually go back to Garvin against the Hammer. They have a pretty good, a battle of chops against each other.
Vicious chops.
Yeah, it looks really harsh. But then Duggan tags in and pins Valentine like a really great face always does. fuck you, Duggan. Where's rubbish garbage getting the pin? He's awesome. So then Bravo runs in and Pearl Harbor's Duggan and then tags in Macho. They have a little bit of a schmoz, and then we get the spot of the night, the Garvin Stomp.
Yeah, it's great.
It is.
It's great.
It is.
Like I always hated Randy Orton's stomp, and they bring up it was Garvin's, that he was just taking from him, and I was like, but I don't know, just how he does it. He makes it look realistic. You know what I mean?
We've commented before, and what I like about it is, he does a kick and he just stands there for a couple of seconds, does the next one, so he gives the crowd a chance to take it in.
Yeah.
Whereas Orton's just looks like he's just kicking the guy. Whereas Garvin looks like he's fucking stomping the shit out of him.
And he involves the crowd.
Yeah, exactly.
I love the camera work for it as well. Like the last, you were saying
the Nazi Schindler's List kick to the head, like. You have to splice this in.
Can you just explain it? Because I want to splice it in.
I'm not okay. The Nazis weren't kicking the Jews in the head.
We start this analogy from the start.
In the concentration camp. All right, okay. Garvin stomp. WrestleMania 5. He did a stomp. Frenchie Martin, wasn't it? Did a stomp on that guy's face. Big close-up shot, and it looked like he kind of made a dent in his skull. So what that got me thinking about was the bit in Schindler's List. I think it was the ghetto where one of the guys was, being bold or whatever, and then the Nazi took a big rifle and just pummeled in his skull. Splice.
Amazing. Brilliant. Bravo eventually pins Ronnie Garvin with his sidewalk slam. Insert sad face. To put the heels ahead again, 3-2. So then, really, really big crowd pop for Macho and Brett kind of.
I thought you were going to say Garvin there.
The seagulls out again.
Yeah, crowd-wise, it was Macho was in the ring, and finally Brett gets off the apron.
And just the crowd were just really kind of perked up, and
Jesse Ventura
awesome.
marks out to the potential of this match.
And there was an absolutely horrible-looking roll-up by Brett on Macho that he totally made the balls of. He looked a bit mortified afterwards. So we have a really long Bravo bear hook spot that goes on for a fucking millennia. And then and it was actually around this point that I felt that the match got really sloppy. It was just nowhere near as good as the kind of opening 5 or 10 minutes, even though Brett and Macho were in the match. Anyway, they wrestle on, and eventually Macho Man eliminates Brett after the big elbow to have the heels up 3-1.
And Ventura says, nobody, and I mean nobody, is getting up from the elbow drop. So has it been modified since WrestleMania or SummerSlam? Because I seem to remember Hogan not having too many problems with it. Fuck it.
And then there's an absolutely massive pop for Duggan fending off all 3 heels, and when he chases them out of the ring, just the fans are 100% behind Duggan. He's so over. Duggan never move up the card even remotely near top, or was he even IC champion?
The 88 Rumble?
Yeah, the first Rumble,
He won the first one that wasn't on TV.
But no, he never got a belt until he found it in the trash in WCW.
Oh, yeah.
And he found the US title in the trash.
Yeah. He was a janitor in WCW.
Did someone do that in TNA? Was Eric Young found a belt?
Yeah, it was the old world title.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Disgusting.
That's when Jeff Hardy brought out his one.
Yeah. Disgraceful.
Oh
Absolutely
my God.
disgraceful.
That's the worst booking mistake ever, isn't it?
Yeah,
having some fucking clown going around wearing your world
I
title.
can't defend that.
Like Jay Hunter or something.
Yes. Speaking of Jay Hunter, speaking of Duggan, he in fact,
I know you confused the two.
if my memory serves me, in '93,
Spoiler alert!
He had a world title match against Yokozuna, I believe.
He has kind of the Santino gimmick where he gets the crowd up, but
Yeah.
he's kind of also a bit of an idiot, so he loses all the time. But, you know, his stock never goes down.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Anyway, this match is mercifully ended when Duggan gets counted out after Sherry pulls the ropes and Earthquake attacks him. And then Duggan attacks the heels with his 2x4 and chases them away.
We just said Duggan's a fucking jobber that doesn't get affected by losses. He's Santino and he can't do the job.
Yep. Welcome to the 80s, Jay.
Did he...
Just fuck you. Fuck you, Duggan. That's Hogan bullshit right there, man. Yeah, count out is what heels do, not for jobber faces. Come on.
Yeah. I enjoyed this match. I don't know, you're ragging on it a bit, right?
I thought that like the first half was really good, and maybe it's because I'm such a Garvin mark. Whenever he went out of it, I thought
You lost
quality
interest.
in the pot. Get out.
I thought Brett worked his arse off the whole match. Thought he was great. I loved Earthquake first time he's been in it. He eventually kind of looks like an apple, and in this pay-per-view kind of looks like a pear. Did you notice that? His weight just kind of moves up a bit.
Insert various pictures of Mr. Men.
Like a toffee apple with a little stick in it. Put 2 sticks in it.
Mean Gene gets over Dusty's injuries from the Big Boss Man earlier. Sean Mooney with the $1 million team.
I thought this promo was fucking amazing. It was just 4 men in the background, right? Lots of like slow-mo fist clenching, like shoulder widening, and like tilting back with the head. Like, I thought it was just amazing. Powers of Pain were great, and Zeus like giving it all of this in the background. I just thought it was great. All doing the same.
What an imposing team that is.
Yeah, I poo my pants if I saw these men towards him.
Yeah, the Genius reads a poem. It's awesome. Let's take a listen. Did you enjoy it?
I did. It was great.
It wasn't as good as his SummerSlam one.
No, it wasn't as good as SummerSlam.
That's true. Alright, then let's not take a listen. Alright. So, it's the $1 million team. We got the $1 Million Man, with no theme still, and the Powers of Pain, Barbarian and Warlord, and the Human Wrecking Machine, Impervious to Pain, Zeus, versus the Hulkamaniacs. So Jake Roberts comes out. Then Demolition, what the fuck, they're champions?
Yeah.
What the shit is
Yeah,
this?
what the fuck wasn't it? It was the Brainbusters last show, right?
Yeah, it was.
Holy shit.
Go on, Jay, tell us.
Obviously- Oh yeah, let's go into it. Yeah, Demolition, they regained their tag titles from the Brainbusters on Superstars. A great show, November 4th. Well, they did. So yeah, Zeus, he's still here despite having jobbed to a purse at some point. Yeah, so December 27th,
What's that date again?
December 27th. Yeah, he's here to promote No Holds Barred, the film on pay-per-view. And why aren't you teaming with Savage, mate? Who knows?
I can understand non-kayfabe is in trying to spread the stars out over the pay-per-view, but was there any kayfabe reason? No? Okay, fair enough.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah. Okay, it wasn't Zeus with Macho. Why isn't it Demolition versus the Brainbusters then? Why aren't the Brainbusters in this
Yeah,
match?
could you swap them out quite easily?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just put Powers of Pain in the main event.
Yeah.
Nope. Alright. Yeah. Because the last, they actually did it on purpose where Brett and Anvil are on separate teams, but they did that on purpose because they thought, man, Brett's going to be a fucking star, let's see how he does on his own. Relatively successful, you know?
Yeah.
But, they put them back together, it's like, not quite just yet.
Yeah.
After that promo, he just did this
Yeah, that's probably has something to do with it.
with the 12-inch python.
My bumble sticks.
Yes, there was amazing. The heels won't let the faces in the ring, and then Jake grabs a sack and throws Damien in, and the heels scarper.
That was great stuff.
That is fucking awesome.
Did Demolition always wear those chaps?
No, they've always had them.
Have they?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
The chaps, yeah, the Shawn Michaels.
Oh, I knew you were going to bring that up.
Hogan spits at Zeus. The fuck is this? Aren't you the biggest babyface of all time?
I missed this completely.
They're like, oh, let's hold him back, brother. Is he Chinese?
Or I'm totally with Jay on this shit, man. Your top face should never be spitting at people. Wasn't that Orton's gimmick for a while? He used to go around and spit on old people, you know, when he was.
Oh yeah,
but he was a heel, so that was fine.
Yeah, I
he was a
thought
heel.
that was great.
Yeah.
But like, imagine if like John Cena went around and started spitting at children. That'd be fucking amazing.
God, he loved a garbage.
Did you get a good look at the fucking amazing unibrow that Zeus had?
Is it bigger than last pay-per-view?
I think so. I just maybe not bigger. It was definitely more sculpted. It was, you know,
He was manscaped.
Yes. To draw your attention, look at my middle brow.
Yeah, Zeus wants Hogan. The crowd go ballistic, and Zeus no sells. It's awesome. So we get a right to the eyes. Then Hogan slams him, and Zeus pops right back up.
Yes.
Yes, he does.
It was great. Gorilla Monsoon asks possibly the stupidest question I've ever heard on a wrestling show. He was like, Jesse, why does Zeus have a big Z on the side of his head? And he's just like, 'cause his name is Zeus! You idiot!
Can I actually at this point talk about how Monsoon is really ramping up the use of the word kisser and breadbasket? It's literally every second sentence.
Like, what kind of cliches does he throw out, like?
Well, hits him in the kisser and then he hits him in the breadbasket. What is a breadbasket?
Your stomach, right?
Yeah, okay, but why not a meat basket? Why a breadbasket?
Maybe it's just like a really old name and like, you know.
A meat basket might be a vagina, though.
Not gonna top that. That's it.
Yeah, Zeus does his mercenaries hunk neck snap spot. That was easy to say. If you ever play Resident Evil 4, play as mercenaries hunk. So he goes round the back of them, out the back door, and then snaps their neck like a
It looks awesome.
Alright, Alan.
Really? That's good. Oh.
Yeah, and he keeps choking Hogan. It's awesome, and then Earl just DQs him. So yeah, there's an awesome oversell by the ref with the Rose Ed can see it, no problem. And I thought, very good and very safe use of Zeus. Look at that.
Well,
yeah,
maximum heat.
He's so limited, but he's amazing at what he can do.
He's booked to perfection. He batters Hogan. No harm done. Out he goes.
Yeah.
I take umbrage with the snap of the neck. I really do. I think that's far too graphic and violent. No.
What if Hogan like turns his head and does all the work himself?
No. What I mean is the idea of trying to murder somebody in the ring.
Oh right, yeah.
You're happy. You're pretty happy with it.
No, I'm fine with that. As long as the bell rings first. Then it's Vince's fault. Yeah, so it's great to see $1 Million Man fighting Hogan again because he's been Johnny Jobber for the last while.
Yeah.
Axe and smash with the axe handle smash in tandem. Awesome. And then Fuji and Warlord trip up Axe and he gets eliminated.
Via bump. This is probably the worst spot of the whole show for me. I just isn't he one of your tag champions? Isn't he, in kayfabe terms, meant to be on par with the world champion? Just two of them.
Yeah.
And you lose a match because you fall.
But in Survivor Series, anything goes. Anyone can be pinned with any move.
Knee to the back, elbow drop on the
but
floor.
at least they're an offensive move to someone. He fell.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure tripped up on a soft canvas.
I'm pretty sure women's matches today end in a fall as well.
Yeah.
Yokozuna
lost the world title on a fall.
Spoiler!
But it was at least was off Brett's rope though.
The most dangerous.
If he fell off the top rope, he'd get it one. Second rope, out for the count. Oh, there's an amazing spot. Smash has Barbarian's foot, and so he's hopping on the one foot, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And so Smash just goes, "Whoop," and he takes a bump on his back, which is awesome.
And he's fine. He's fine. Yeah.
What a tough guy! He was quick enough to actually miss the follow-up elbow drop and everything.
Yeah, true.
Really, really good heat for Roberts. Like a lot of DDT chants and stuff like that. So this guy's still over, and you were saying that he was just out for a couple of months. So
Yeah, 4
is
months.
this his first show back?
Yeah.
Oh, so the fans must have really missed him. Like, it was really odd for him,
You think he was a bit heelish, actually, just with his moveset, because he was doing a bit of choking and breaking up falls and that, Yeah, so there's an awesome spot where you get a blind tag to Barbarian and Smash Hangman's DiBiase, and Barbarian goes on the top rope, and I should have done on the second rope, but it worked anyway. Gets on the top rope, gets a clothesline, and gets the 3. So it's 2-on-3. It's Hogan and Jake Roberts versus the Powers of Pain and the $1 Million Man.
And your tag team champions were just eliminated in the space of about a minute. One via no move, one via a clothesline.
What's going to happen with Powers of Pain is a lot worse.
That's very true. So we get a spike pile driver by Powers of Pain to Hogan, but what the fuck? Bullshit, fuck you, fuck Hogan.
It's over! Spike pile driver nails the champ! Hogan he saw that! He's disqualifying someone! What? I can't believe it! He's saving Hogan again? Not once, no! Twice Hogan's gonna get saved in this match! Referee may have just disqualified both members of the Powers of Pain!
Powers of Pain get DQ'd. Not one of them, fucking both of them. How dare you take advantage of Sir Sweet Hulk Hogan? Oh my god, Ventura goes bananas with this.
Yeah. Did they ever tell us why they got DQ'd? What was the ruling behind it? What specific rule they broke?
Maybe one of them didn't break the 5 counts.
Okay, then he should have been DQ'd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next point.
We got nothing.
There we go. Solved in a second.
So well done, Hogan. Well done. So Roberts, I did think he was wrestling like a heel, breaking up a submission, and you get repeatedly kneeing $1 Million Man's shoulder and neck kind of area.
Yeah.
Virgil hits the ring and distracts Jake, and he takes a DDT for his troubles. But $1 Million Man hits a falling punch. Yeah.
I heard you talk about this last month.
No, you didn't.
He always does this move. Even his son does it. I think it looks great. There was one amazing spot in this match that's about 10 years or more ahead of its time. There was a great sleeper spot, which then DiBiase turned into a head and arm choke, which is the same move that Brock Lesnar used to beat Shane Carwin to retain his belt. And this is in 1989. MMA isn't even a sport yet. I was absolutely blown away by this spot.
Was it possibly an amateur wrestling move?
It's sometimes used in amateur wrestling to get out from half guard, which is when someone has one of your legs trapped. You put pressure on the neck and it forces them to move and you get more space. But as a submission move, no, because there are no subs in wrestling. I was blown away. Absolutely awesome spot, which then Roberts bridged out of to relieve the pressure on his neck, and this is all spot on. This is amazing shit.
I think in wrestling, kayfabe obviously, there are 2 types of submission. There's one where it's you have to submit, or say win an armbar, I'll break your elbow.
Yeah,
you'll be out if you don't. And there's other ones like the Walls of Jericho, where it's I'm putting pressure on your
so
back.
much pain that you can't take it. Yeah.
So one's a medical concern, and the other one's is you're a wuss almost.
Oh, okay.
So there's kind of different psychologies between the submissions.
I'd agree with that. Yeah. There's a really nasty leg lock in MMA called a calf crusher, and it'll never break anything. It'll never do long term damage. But I don't think I've ever seen a person not tap out to it just because it's so painful. $1
Million Man hits a falling punch and gets the illegal 3 with the foot on the second rope, the most dangerous rope.
Indeed.
Another finish reserved for multi-man tags or tournament matches. brilliant stuff. The commentators condone that cheating is simply survival, and so it's alright. You can
Both of them?
Yeah, they agree on it.
Monsoon's a fucking retard.
Is it? Do they mean?
Put over the concept though of the Survivor Series is that this is a dangerous pay-per-view, and it's it's all about
That's
survival.
a heel frame of mind, though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
If you're a babyface, you never cheat to win.
It's like-
if someone's better than you, he's better than you, you'll beat them next time. But if you're a heel, it's, cheating is okay once you've previously tried
Yeah,
and failed.
I'd have to agree with Steve.
Fine.
Hate you.
Hate that cunt.
Hulk Hogan and DiBiase hit a double clothesline and are both down for ages. I absolutely marked that.
Monsoon is like, double jeopardy! Double jeopardy is not being tried for the same crime.
Or it's getting double points for getting a question right in normal Jeopardy.
And this was neither of those.
Hogan no-sells a back body drop, and we got the big boot, we got the big leg, and he gets the 3, and Hulk Hogan, the sole survivor, the winner. Ventura just complains for as long as Hogan celebrates, which is over 3 minutes long.
Oh my goodness.
So he'll only win by eliminating every member of his opposition by himself.
He was the reason that they got disqualified.
Everyone else, the rest of his team didn't need to show up. He would have.
He is a real American.
Why didn't Zeus cost Hogan the win, or why didn't Zeus win to promote December 27th?
I have no idea.
Yep, that would have made sense.
100%. That's what I'd have done if I was booking this. Yeah. At least have them wrestle to the back, double count out in 3 seconds. He doesn't have to fucking win.
Yeah, and well, coming into the next match, we're going to see something just like that, Steve.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck you, Hogan as well.
Yeah.
Just
because. Yeah.
I hate your guts, man. After what you did at WrestleMania 9.
Spoiler!
Swear it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
You obviously can't hate him yet.
Spoiler!
Can't believe what he did to Mantor. Hang and bang on your own.
Macho King Randy Savage, after the victory tonight, your thoughts must be on Wednesday night, December 27th, the movie No Holds Barred, then the match. You'll meet Hulk Hogan and Brutus the Barber Beefcake inside a steel cage team with the human wrecking machine Zeus, a man you've had control problems with.
Control problems? I'm not worried about control problems. What they did to Zeus in that squared circle a little while ago, man, I love it, yeah, because in that big steel cage, 15 foot high around the ring, there are no holds barred. So the fact that I can't control the human wrecking machine, I love it, yeah. Zeus has been chosen by the scepter, yeah, to get rid of Hulk Hogan and Hulkamania. The end of the road, big 15 foot high steel cage, no holds barred, and Brutus the Barber Beefcake, you're guilty by association. So you must fall also, yeah. I'm talking, this is it. This is the end of the road, Hulk Hogan. This is the time that you don't escape. We got you there. That's all that matters. And we'll take you to the bank. We're not gonna quit until this man gets rid of Hulk Hogan, yeah. Do you understand that, Hulk Hogan? Say goodbye to all the Hulkamaniacs, yeah. Chosen by the scepter, Zeus.
Let's go to Mean Gene Okerlund.
Alright, so backstage we got Sean Mooney and the Macho Man and Zeus and Sherry, and they get over December 27th. December 27th. December 27th. Let's go home.
12-27. 27-12. Either way.
They're here. Where's your apostrophe? It's my ear. Yeah, they get over. No holds barred. Now, getting a look at him, you can see his Z tattoo there. It's kind of worn off a bit, sweated off, and as well with his unibrow. So you can see it's separated from his normal.
Okay, cool.
And then we cut to Hogan with Gene and Beefcake, and they hawk 12-27, the moving cage match. He calls it, we got a steel-tempered cage and steel-tempered clippers. And then Sherry interrupts and throws like pixie dust. Now this is a cartoon era we are in, and they Pearl Harbor the faces, and Yeah, and all the faces in the locker room break it up.
And Dino Bravo.
Dino Bravo.
He's out with the face. The jobber brigade come out and break it up. Dino's there, yeah. I know, for whatever reason, he just kind of got caught up in the crowd or something. And they're coming out.
He'll not like promote anarchy and Pearl Harboring them, you know?
Generally Pearl Harboring them, yeah. You're going for a Pearl Harbor record in this podcast.
Listen to the yos. Ventura goes out the back door and there's nobody home. So, yeah, Ventura gets over that there is dissension in the Heenan family. Dissension that only existed a couple of days ago when Tully Blanchard failed his smellless test. But this is booking on the fly now to say, yes, it was great.
It worked, didn't it? It really did work.
Okay, so there's dissension, and that's all we know so far. A Coliseum home video exclusive backstage promo with the Rude Brood. Yet this is an awesome promo. I'll just play it. Here we go.
With a Coliseum video exclusive, I'm joined here by the Rude Brood as we wait for this collision between the Rude Brood and Roddy's Rowdies. And Captain Ravishing Rick Rude, it is no secret you have had your problems with Roddy Piper.
Yeah, problems are in the past, Mooney. You have to forgive me for looking a little bit overconfident, but you see, it's like this. I can't go wrong. I've got Fabulous and the Rougeau brothers. I've got my simply ravishing self, and I've got the man with the perfect record, Mr. Perfect. Well, thank you very much, Captain. And tonight will be no different than any other night in my life. It, too, will be a perfect night as we stand victorious as one in the middle of the ring. And as for you, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, the most unpredictable man in the World Wrestling Federation, everybody talks about your savageness. Let me tell you something plain and simple. You better take a good look at Mr. Perfect, because I have a way to eliminate you the perfect way. And as for the Bushwhackers, well...
Yay! Yay! Let me tell you something, baby. Tricky Ricky is ready. Mr. Perfect is going to be perfect. The Genius is smarter than ever. And Bushwhackers, the Fabulous Rougeau brothers, are ready, Daddy. That's right. You know, we've been training 4 hours a day. We've been taking all our vitamins. And we've been going to bed at 8 o'clock at night, so we're ready. Hey, Mooney, what do you think of when you think of Piper? I think of a dog I saw on TV. And how about Snuka? Well, doesn't it remind you of a chocolate bar, a Snuka bar? And you know what? What about you, Bushwhackers? Well, let's keep it. We got a gift for you since it's the holidays.
Well, this is certainly going to be one of the more
Shut
heated...
up, Mooney. The tights on my behind are telling the tale. Which team will perish and which will prevail?
On that note, let's go to Mean Gene Okerlund.
All right, from Roots Broods, they say they have problems. You can hear them coming now. Rowdies,
come on! We are ready for bear! Come on! I can't stop him from eating. Hold a second. Whoa, you can't. How many times have I told you? You can't have lunch till after the... You are being sneaky again. After the match, you can have lunch. You see? Well, that's okay. You see what we got? We got bone breakers here. We got people rude up there smiling and laughing and having a great time. Perfect. Easy, boys. Don't eat nothing. Oh! Them bones, big bones, big bones, big bones. We're wild, we're bold. We don't do what we're told. Out of your mouth. Leave it, go. Let's go.
All right, some loose cannons here in the form of Rowdies. Let's go back to the arena.
The Rougeaus say they've been training and in bed by 8 p.m. They're the fucking business. Rick Rude, we get a good look at his jocks, and it's awesome. What's on his jocks, Steve?
On the front, he's got his team, the Brood.
The Rude.
And then on the back, he's got, what is it? The Roddy's Rowdies.
No.
Roddy's Roddies.
No, Roddy's
Roddy's Rowdies.
Yeah.
With, I got like a picture of Piper and a tombstone, and it's wonderful. It's my favourite jocks of Rick Rude so far.
100% agreed with you, Steve. They were awesome.
Then we cut to the interview and butt of the night. It's the Bushwhackers and Snuka. They fight over fried
Straight
chicken.
out of the fucking John of Gods. Only people from one city will get that one.
It's the Bushwhackers and Jimmy Snuka, and they fight over fried chicken, bones, do you like the 80s casual racism?
Did you know that Bushwhackers is the only name in wrestling history to be both a sexual innuendo and a terrorist threat?
What? Explain both, please.
Well, one, you're ploughing bush.
Oh!
And the other, you're assassinating bush.
Oh!
Did you like that?
Yes.
What about like the Pearl Harbor or something?
He said it again!
Because it's a sneak attack, and I'm sure it's like a Cleveland steamer. Alright, so it's the Rude Brood. It's Mr. Perfect with the Genius.
And as he's walking out, Gorilla has probably the line of the night, and he goes, "Hey Jesse, I wouldn't like him to walk behind me." And then Jesse goes, "What do you mean by that?" And just sighed.
Yeah, October 7th, Superstars, the Genius came out and he announced his new protege, Mr. Perfect. And Perfect came out debuting his awesome song.
Perfect does not need a manager.
Yep.
Yep.
Doesn't hurt.
It does.
Like, they're both great. Maybe it's like 1989 and he's sick of saying the word perfect, so let's bring in another guy, you know?
Yeah.
The Rude Brood, it's Mr. Perfect with the Genius. The Fabulous Rougeaus with Jimmy Hart. And Rick Rude without the brain. Aha, this is a storyline.
Dissension. Smelling this.
So it's the Rude Brood versus Roddy's Rowdies?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's not going to be easy.
Yes. So we got super fucking woman killer, supervised snuff.
Oh fuck.
I think we all know you're going to keep in this tape.
So Roddy's Rowdies. We got Jimmy Superfly Snuka, the Bushwhackers, and Roddy Peeper. In the Battle of the Awesome Gimmicks. So this is the first match back from Roddy Piper since he jobbed out Adrian Adonis at WrestleMania 3.
Face is having a little tard session in the fucking corner. They just go in the corner and act like fucking retards for 5 seconds. I'm like, did you not see it?
What do you mean?
Remember.
I just whack it on and the people will see what I just look like idiots.
It starts off with that, and then it continues with Perfect getting bitten by Butch, and then by Piper, and then by Snuka in the arm. And of course, Luke makes it the 4-time trifecta by biting his arse.
And then the match is over. 40 seconds. Heels win.
What?
If they go by the fucking rules.
Oh, cheeky!
I was absolutely disgusted by this opening in work. I was so angry that I had to like turn it off and go out for a walk. He just got bitten 4 times by each man.
At the bell run.
DQ. Yes.
Have you seen the advertisement for Extreme Rules?
No.
It's like, the rules of wrestling. Number 1, no hand biting. Number 2, this is the
Really?
Yeah.
You got to put that, splice that in.
Hopefully it shows when no biting. And can you highlight that for us?
Yes, please.
Alright, so the first fall, bullshit fall now, is an awesome comedy selling by Jacques. Oh, he has an amazing sell of a chop. He's like, yow! And he gets hit with Snuka Splash, who gets 3. Alright, and then Raymond gets caught telegraphing a back body drop, and Piper hits a very safe pile driver and gets 3. As well as punching Perfect. It was great. He was like in the heel corner and he was like, fuck off. Preemptively. Yeah, so the heels are quite backtracking it. They're down 4-2. Yeah, the Bushwhackers, very suitable offense. They do the headbutt, biting, choke chops, wind up punches, like a proper savage, Butch celebrates too long after biting Perfect's arse, and he gets rolled up and eliminated.
Did you see Piper had this interesting kind of, he looked like he was going to do a pile driver, and then, so I think it was maybe Ray, he had Ray's head between his legs, looked like he was going for a pile driver, then did some kind of weird spinny thing, so he cranks the neck. Did you see that?
Are you quite against that then, I'd assume?
No, because it's not, I wouldn't say it's fatal, it's just a bit of a, My neck.
It's mildly inconvenient.
Yeah, exactly. Ouch, though. Yeah.
Similarly, Luke bites Rude's face, and it gets reversed into a Rude awakening, so it's down to 2-2.
This clearly proves my point before this match. That he sees his tag team partner bite someone, celebrate, and lose, and then this fucking idiot goes in and does the same thing. Like, why don't you go back to the corner and have your third session? You know what I mean? Jesus Christ.
Snuka booked Perfect off at 2 and perfectly onto the ref. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I thought that looked like a work. Was that?
It's just when they actually get out of it immediately and stand up, Perfect goes rah 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 to him. So it's like, all right, who's this shit?
Whoops. Yeah.
It looked great though.
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually thought that from like this point on, for like the next 5 minutes or so, that the match got really boring, just because I was sick of seeing Snuka wrestle Perfect in this match. They didn't have a feud going into this match. It was all about Rude and Roddy Piper. And do you know if Rude was hurt or anything going into this match? Because he did fuck all for like 25 minutes of the match.
No, he's fine.
I just thought the booking was a bit gig. Although Perfect did have a really good match, so you know what I mean, like overall. But I just got bored of seeing the same spots over and over and over again.
Yeah, it was really odd. It was only at the end where we got Rude versus Piper at the end. So typical 80s bullshit. No finish. Brawl to the back. Get counted out.
Yep.
In about 4 seconds.
Yeah, I have 3.
This was a quick one, although not as quick as the one in the next match.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
You know what the best part of brawling to the back, counted out, nearly early job is? That's the finish of the feud.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Christ.
Holy shit.
Is it just because, we've been watching wrestling for how many years, but
How long have you been watching wrestling?
what is it now? It's getting up to about 28 years, Jay, is it?
I've been watching wrestling 28 years and a day. Sorry,
that as soon as Rude and Piper kind of went outside the ring, you knew immediately double count out.
Immediately.
Like Ventura even called it, probably after a wrestling fan would have seen it himself, then Ventura calls it.
Once the ref at this rate hits 4, even if you're rushing to get back, you've no chance. It's just like 4, 5, 6 minutes.
So the finish of this match, lots of near falls, lovely double spots. There's one exchange where Perfect ends up, he's got his dick in Snuka's face. He goes, flops on top now. Pop out straight away, that's... dick to the face, then Perfect hits the Perfect Plex and wins as the sole survivor. Oh, and then Snuka tries to get his heat back, he gets it on the Genius, but Perfect pulls him out and they hightail it. So no heat for you, Snuka.
After the match, Monsoon and Jesse both berate Snuka for being a bad sportsman because he attacked people after he lost.
He did. Didn't he do a lovely splash though?
Perfect Plex was beautiful. It really was, and like the last minute was just tremendous. Overall, this to me is definitely the best match of the night so far, even though I felt it was a bit long and I did get a bit sick of seeing the same two men, but just overall, and the ending was really tremendous.
Cool. Alright, so we get an immediate post-match promo with the winners. The Rude Brood. A bastard Mooney. He only listens to Rude, and when Perfect's time to talk, I will go, in front of me, Gene, in front of me. Fuck you! What a cunt.
In fairness to Perfect, he keeps going, because if he shut up, he'd look like a chump, so he kind of just keeps shouting in the background. I'll give him that. Like.
This interview is a Coliseum video exclusive. In the Survivor Series, the Heenan family will be meeting these 4 men. They are the Ultimate Warriors. That includes Powerhouse Jim the Anvil Neidhart,
Bobby Heenan, Brainbusters, Haku, Andre the Giant. I hope we don't ruin your party. I hope we don't eat too much of your cake and ice cream.
All right, out of the rockers, that includes Marty Jannetty.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be a whole lot of rock and rolling, a whole lot of strutting and strolling, taking care of business as we are fired up and we are ready. Yeah.
Shawn Michaels.
I tell you what, the Ultimate Warriors are ready to rock, and the Heenan family get ready to roll because the Ultimate Warriors are coming with both guns loaded, and they're going to take the Heenan family downtown.
Captain, the Ultimate Warrior.
Stretched their limits. These men have taken steps in parts unknown. These men will leave Oregon donor course with the power. You, the Heenan family, have not fully united. I have taken these men into the deepest, darkest parts where only pain and creatures of bad habit live. They know that we shall prevail as the Ultimate Warrior!
Backstage, Gene is with the Warrior, the Anvil, and the Rockers in an amazing promo. So much drugs taken in the oh my god. Other people try to cut promos, and Warrior is like a child, a 2-year-old child, who's like, the camera needs to be on me the entire time. So if you're focusing on Anvil, I'm just gonna walk over there.
Okay, right. Here is my impression of what Warrior was doing. You just read something there.
Alright, Snooker, both perfect. Jay, second,
Jay,
perfectly.
Jay, and that is what he did.
I don't know how many takes this must have taken, but like, Anvil's trying to cut his promo, and Warrior starts wiggling his glasses, then he's not paying attention, so it goes away, comes back and like pulls on his beard, and then finishes his promo with holding the tag teammates' heads in while flexing his biceps. It was just phenomenal.
It was amazing. It really was.
I can confidently say that we do not have promos like this anymore.
No, take one look at Marty Jannetty in the background and just, I know why Shawn Michaels turned out better than you. Anvil is cutting his promo and he's just kind of looking around, smiling, you know. He just looks like he's done a big vat of acid or something. He's seen all the
Perhaps he
colours,
had.
That could have been my face in Warrior's place. So it's time for our main event. Alright, so we got the no themes and the no entrances.
And the no crowd reaction.
I.e. the jobbers. It's the Heenan family. Andre the Giant, your boy, Arn Anderson, your other boy, not quite king anymore, and no Tully, it's Bobby the Brain Heenan versus the Ultimate Warriors. It's Jim the Anvil Neidhart, the Rockers, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, and the Intercontinental Champion of this world, the Ultimate Warrior. Who didn't have a theme for some reason. Now, the commentators play up that, why is Heenan wrestling? He's not supposed to be wrestling. It's Dissension. This is the storyline to explain Tully's absence. A couple of weeks beforehand, they knew that Arn Anderson and Tully were going back to the NWA. Their year contract is up.
Okay.
And so they were already, the breakup angle was already going.
And why didn't they offer them a new contract?
I think they want to go back to the NWA.
Okay.
And it was like, you're doing Demolition, you're getting the Road Warriors, fuck it, you know. But I think they're happier being with the Four Horsemen instead.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, anyway, so both of them were scheduled to go back to the NWA, except, when the WWE said, he was positive for coke, NWA didn't hire him back, and he was fucked. Like, he just ended up...
And is that pretty much the end of his whole career?
Yeah, pretty much.
Really? Wow. You know what? I'm not fucking. It was like the quickest opinion in history. This is the only time I've ever seen in the history of wrestling that a wrestler is gassed before the bell. Andre batters Rockers and Anvil before Warrior can make it down to the ring, and by the time he arrives in the ring and is ready to rock, it's too late. Andre's fucked, I'm sorry. So Warrior clotheslines him over the ropes, where he falls and gets counted
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Although your count wasn't quite quick enough. This was fucking quick.
And so Andre does the where am I spot, you know, and Gorilla says, oh, it looks like Andre doesn't want to leave. Yeah, I think you'll find he does.
But yeah, holy shit, he is barely mobile. He's basically being used as a marquee, in a marquee capacity only. Andre slowly leaves, and he kind of has to pass by the faces, and they all give him a quick kick. It's amazing. And he just screams at them in French. Or like a whale, a French whale.
What would a French whale sound like?
It's a French donkey.
Well, what's a French whale sound like? That's homosexual.
Like, oh, right, okay.
Alright, do you want to run down this?
Yeah, sure. Anvil and Aaron have a good little spot where both run the ropes and the shoulder block, and then obviously Aaron, takes the bump on the second and third go, and just however he takes his bumps, it looks great. It's quite like Flair's, you know, the way like Flair kind of falls on his side, rather than taking like a flat back bump. He kind of looked like he actually was kind of fucked aside, and it just looked really good. Just the little things. Haku was tagged in, and himself and Anvil trade blows for about 800 years. Then he hits a lovely super kick to Anvil and pins him to even things up, 3-3. Super kicked him in the back of the head. That could have been really nasty. Rockers come in and get their shine on Haku, and lots of quick tags and double teaming, and just really, really good stuff. And then there was a really awesome spot between Aaron and Haku. They tried to do a double suplex on Marty, but then Sean comes in and catches him. He lifts him down safely, and then the heels turn around and get stereo super kicks to the face. That was a really great spot.
Nice spot.
Yeah.
So then out inside, Heenan keeps on telling his team not to tag him in, which is great and got a lot of heat off the fans.
Brilliant.
So then here for me was when the match hit a real lull. Just loads of headlocks between them, and kind of sucked. Then Heenan finally tags in when Marty is down, and he hits like one or two kicks and pins him, and then the heels go ahead. Fucking amazing heat. Fans hated this man at this point.
Oh, I marked out so hard to
It
that.
was really good, wasn't it?
Yeah, he tags out immediately afterwards. It's like, oh, this guy, he gets it.
He gets wrestling.
He is pro wrestling.
Yeah.
I love Warrior's reaction after that. So Marty gets pinned, and Warrior just comes in and just kind of rolls him out of the ring. You know, go ahead. This is my show. This is not your show. Fantastic. And then later on, Sean is thrown out of the ring, and Warrior gets out and just fucks him back into the ring. Like,
I thought Warrior was going to be out and be really nice and kind of dust him down and tag himself in. No, he fucks him back in the ring. What a horrible captain, like.
for most of the match, when he's not in the ring, he's just pacing up and down the apron. But somebody's thrown into the ropes at one point, and Warrior, they just miss Warrior. He's just walking up and down. It's like, that could be so fucking embarrassing. He gets hit, falls off the apron,
breaks his wrist like Lillian, like.
Yeah.
She's Spanish.
That was a witch, not a horse. It's a horse. There we go. Cute horse. My god. Alright, Warrior launches HBK into Aaron, and Monsoon shouts, "What a maneuver!" He tries it on Haku, and success! It works, and we're down to 2-on-2. So it's Warrior and Sean versus Heenan and Aaron. And Heenan considers splashing HBK to the outside, and he thinks better of it.
Great. It was amazing.
And then Arn Anderson does his amazing sunset flip selling. Hello.
Now, at this point, he must realise it doesn't work.
It's not about working, it's instinct, it's reflex, it's real.
So there is a fine reversal exchange with HBK and Arn, who hits a beautiful spine buster on HBK and gets the 3. Warrior's the only guy left for the faces. All throughout this match, Monsoon was saying that Heenan doesn't count. He's like as if he was already eliminated.
Yeah.
And Ventura's coming back. Look, he got a pin, and like he's still going. He lasted longer than the rest of these clowns. So yeah. So it's Warrior by himself versus Arn Anderson and Bobby Heenan. Now at this point, Arn and Warrior on the outside. Shouldn't Arn just like hold the Warrior and they'll get double count out really quick?
That's
and
far too clever.
That is.
1, 2, 3, 4. Come on.
That makes perfect sense, but I don't know if I would have thought about it. Would you have thought about that?
I'd probably have to say no. That's far too devious for me.
Yeah, that's Jay Hunter devious.
So the Warrior reverses Arn into Bobby Heenan and hits the Gorilla Botch Slam and the Big Splash and gets the 3. It's down to Warrior and Heenan, and awesome. This is wrestling. Yes. Heenan does the 2 turnbuckle spots and then a shoulder tackle and splash, and yeah, he like runs away. He tries to get to the back, and it's like, this is your comeuppance for being a dastardly heel.
And it's this point in the night that the ref decides to count normally, like to actually give Heenan time to run up the ring, Warrior chase him, get him, bring him back and throw him in.
Yeah, so we get the shoulder tackle, the splash, and Warrior gets the pin and is the sole survivor and is the winner of the main event of Survivor Series 89. So, an amazing bit. He celebrates in the ring, and then he runs to the back and bowls over Heenan.
It's fucking great. It's fucking amazing.
Warrior is awesome, isn't he? He's just like, he's so different to everyone before and after. Like, there's never been anyone even remotely close to Warrior, you know?
He's a monster, but he's a monster face with charisma.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It's awesome.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who can only be a super duper face as well. I couldn't see him being heel because everyone was immediately in love with him.
Yeah. It was so refreshing to not have to watch Hogan celebrating for 3 to 5 minutes. Warrior, gone. Fantastic.
Like I was watching some of this at home, and my nephew came in, and he's like 2.5. And you know he likes wrestling. You know, he likes John Cena and Kane and Big Show and stuff like that. And he was sitting down.
What a mark.
And he was sitting down next to me, you know, and he's like, Andre came out and he was like, whoa. Well, then Warrior came out and he just got up and started running around the room, just hitting things, and I was like, that's how awesome this guy is, you know what I mean? This kid has never seen or heard of him before, and he's already marking out to him.
Yeah, great.
So Warrior's theme plays as Nitro steals from the pay-per-view Play Us Out. They haven't done this segment since last time, actually. Never mind. But in general, we kind of dropped it for a bit. But final thoughts on the pay-per-view, Steve? What do you think?
I thought it was pretty good. Not as good as SummerSlam, because I really enjoyed SummerSlam. I was in 2 minds about how they had split up Macho Man and Hogan and Warrior, you know, all over the place, but it kind of works. You know, it kept my attention throughout. I mean, you could have had, you know, big match, couple of jobber matches, huge match with Hogan and Macho and Zeus and whatever else, but I was happy enough with how they paced the pay-per-view. The problem was that, of course, you're going to have longer matches because you're not going to have any singles matches, and that was an issue, but I didn't feel it going on that long. Great to see Warrior getting the rub, and now I can understand why he's getting the rub, because of what's going to happen next. No spoilers.
No spoilers.
No spoilers.
There's like, you wouldn't want a rub from Luke now, wouldn't you? The old package check. Excellent, Steve.
A lot of what Steve said, I pretty much think is spot on.
And I thought it was great.
Hey.
Sorry, Steve.
You're grand.
What do you think?
I thought the opener was pretty bad. Rest of the card was, pretty damn good, you know. There were some great spots thrown in. Awesome to see Hogan not main event. Warrior being elevated, great choice. The booking of Andre to get him out of the match, right choice. And you see the kind of evolution of Rick Martel and Mr. Perfect. So, I thoroughly enjoyed this show. Like you said, not as good as SummerSlam, but other than that, it's one of the better ones that we've seen so far.
Alright, just got a couple of thoughts I'd like to throw out there, see what you think. 380,000 buys, great. 15,294 in attendance, and 5 matches on the card at a runtime of 2 hours 40 minutes, which means 32 minutes per match average.
Oh yeah.
Half an hour. What's going on? So you're not going to see the win until half an hour hits.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are multi-man tag matches. There's only 2 storylines you can tell here. Either it goes down to the wire where it goes down to 1-on-1, or it's like the lopsided 3-on-1, 4-on-1.
Yeah.
And that's about it. You know, so it just in terms of drama, it's quite difficult to keep it fresh, I guess. This is the first Survivor Series where they had team names, and team names are fucking awesome.
Yeah. And
it's not hard. It's not hard either.
The choice to lower it from 5 teams of 5 to 4, I thought was brilliant. You know yourself, like how many times we moaned about too many people, just, you know, spot, there's no story. Just that choice to lower each team by 1 made a really big difference.
It's also readily apparent that the singles wrestlers trump tag wrestlers, even in these tag team environment matches. So, like, anyone that's around the IC belt, they'll always clobber the tag teams. You know, no tag team members survived the Survivor Series this year. And you can't count Canadian Earthquake or Bravo because they're not a tag team yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Yeah, these guys are tag specialists. They should be battering the singles wrestlers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to say, come on, 80s. Even with essentially nothing on the line, some wrestlers still don't do the job. This pay-per-view ripe with count dates, Bad News Brown, Duggan, Andre, Rude, Piper. Come on, Hogan, you cunt. Why don't you lose, you know? But, like, come on.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a building tool to the big shows, you know?
Like, no one remembers get elimination. Because you had 30 eliminations in the match, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So why can't Duggan do a job, like, you know? I have to say, like, it doesn't matter about the wrestling because great characters trump all. And, like, this pay-per-view had pretty much all of the names of the 80s in it.
It was great.
Is this the peak? We're going into the 90s, but as far as the 80s, it finished on a great note.
Absolutely. Then again, we don't know what Starrcade 89 was like.
Well, it only had the 2 horsemen, so...
Awesome!
Hey, Dickface, you seen my dog? Have you tried the lobby?
Thank you.
Fuck. Come on, King. This.
Awesome show today, guys.
Yep.
This is done with the WWF before the Royal Rumble, so this is the last kind of big pay-per-view we'll see him in. But it's not our last pay-per-view of 1989 because he will return next time. Next week, maybe, who knows? No, it's not next week. Take at least a week. So he will return next time on OSW Review in WWF's final pay-per-view of the 80s. It's No Holds Barred. Yeah, so we'll get the movie and a steel cage match between Hogan and Beaver versus Macho and Zeus.
Oh, I can't wait. What's in this movie is portrayed as real.
But why are the trailers with Hulk Hogan jumping on cars and shit? That's not.
Because he can do that shit. He is Bionic Commando. He is. Isn't he, Jay? Yeah, thanks.
Hey, don't be ganging up on me about Hulk Hogan.
We're ganging and banging. Fucking right, lads. Okay, so from myself, Jay Hunter, this is OOC.
Me.
And V1.
Raptor.
You stay classy, trolls.
Just cunts.
This bout is scheduled for one fall. It is a title for title match. Introducing first, making his way to the ring area from Sarasota, Florida, weighing in at 248 pounds, the undisputed World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Champion, Randy Macho Man Savage.
And Macho Madness. Big here at the Boston Garden as here comes the Macho Man. And so much has happened with this man as of late. Elizabeth is not with him.
No, I don't see Miss Elizabeth. She's fine as she's recovered from those bumps and bruises and that nasty fall she took.
But it's still
there's nothing to worry about there, but I don't know
time
why.
for her to recover, however, I'm sure.
I don't know why she's not with him. One can only conjecture, but I must say that Macho Man is looking exceptionally well. And he'll have to, because this is probably the most important match of his career.
He knows he's got his hands full, and then some. And look at him, and look at the capacity crowd here at the Boston Garden cheering him on. Oh, wow! That does not sit too well with Macho Man Savage. But he has other things that he has to contend with and be alert for now.
Well, he better get any thoughts of anything else off his mind.
Absolutely.
Because shortly coming into the ring is the most electric wrestler that 89, I should say, has come up with.
88, 89, 90.
Weighing 275 pounds, the Intercontinental Champion, the Ultimate Warrior.
He comes on the run, and when he hits the ring, he is usually ready for battle, and Macho Man Savage maybe better be ready as well. Here he comes. Whoa! Oh, cow! He just about took Lord Alfred's headset off.
Took out the stairs. He's taken out chairs. He's just run berserk over everything. Look at him.
And Randy Macho Man Savage, the only thing he can do is look on in stunned bewilderment as the Intercontinental Champion, the Ultimate Warrior, does his thing. And now Macho Man Savage goes after him before the bell sounds.
Macho Man is not going to let him down. Oh, but look at the Warrior. He was impervious to those first few hits by Macho Man.
Exploding on the undisputed champion. He ducks under. Oh! What a collision! And it is the Ultimate Warrior who is first to his feet. And it is the undisputed WWF Heavyweight Champion, Macho Man Savage, on hands and knees outside the ring.
Macho Man, he's really angry with himself now. He allowed himself to be taken into a lapse of concentration. He's allowing that to happen again because Macho Man is right behind him and he doesn't
Look out! The Ultimate Warrior and Macho Man Savage now in hand-to-hand combat outside of the ring.
This is a different type of adversary that Macho Man is facing now. And he's treating the heavyweight champion with a lot of disrespect.
Indeed. The Ultimate Warrior with a military press sends Macho Man back into the ring. Savage going across the way, handle him outside. He needs time on the outside, and the Warrior going after him.
But this time, Savage is keeping his eye on the Warrior. He's not allowing him to get that edge again.
Macho Man Savage, who won his championship at WrestleMania 4, and now he catches the Ultimate Warrior, who won his championship, the Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam 88. Holy cow!
A great effort there by Warrior, who almost parried that dive completely. Oh, Savage is down on his head.
Head first into the canvas is Randy Macho Man Savage, and the Ultimate Warrior is on the attack.
And the referee having a lot of trouble controlling the Warrior. The Warrior's got the bit right between his teeth, and he's on to Macho Man Savage. And Savage is in a lot of trouble. Immediately, he should be careful. He could be disqualified.
Here comes Macho Man. And again, it's the Warrior beating the Macho Man to the punch, driving him back across the ring. Raw, raging power of the Ultimate Warrior. A double reversal here. Macho Man getting out of the way.
What a wily wrestler the WWF champion is. He really pulled him into that. And it was, as you said, a double reversal, but Macho Man knew what was coming next. Oh, fantastic move by the Macho Man. Sends the Ultimate Warrior out of the ring. And don't forget, at all times, both these belts are at stake. One man is going to march out with two of them.
Savage to the top rope, as only Savage can do. Crashing onto the back of the Ultimate Warrior.
And right now it looks as if Macho Man is going to be that one who walks out of the ring with both titles. But he won't if he does that.
Macho Man Savage lecturing the referee, now back out. And after the Warrior bangs his head on that apron, rolls him back in, and follows him back in. Savage trying to get the crowd's approval, and I don't think has it. Oh, wow! That's what he was trying to do. Snap the neck of the Warrior from his head. Back in. Gets only two.
But that is just raw and brute strength for the Warrior.
A choke here by Macho Man.
Macho Man doesn't really know how to keep this huge man's shoulders down. The Intercontinental Champion making a tremendous showing here.
A knee drop into the throat. Another hook of the leg. And the Warrior is able to throw him off at the last instant. What a war we've got going here in front of this capacity crowd at the Boston Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. And now it is Macho Man Savage from behind with a reverse chinlock. Both of these titles are on the line. The Intercontinental Championship belt worn by the Ultimate Warrior. The World Wrestling Federation Championship belt is worn by Macho Man Savage. To the winner, both belts.
And the Warrior doing a lot better than I expected. He's coming to his feet. He's doing exceptionally well indeed. And Macho Man knows what a fight he's got on his hands now.
Both of these men have a fight on their hands. There's no two ways about it. And I guess over the past minute or two, the Macho Man has taken control. And here is a devastating elbow smash to the head by the Macho Man. And again, he gets a 2 count.
And if you notice then that was a very short elbow drop by Macho Man because he doesn't want Warrior to move away from that very, very close physical contact that he's got with him now. He didn't make a risk move there at all. That was a 100% guaranteed strike.
Don't go away, Lord Alfred Hayes and yours truly, Rod Trongard, with a call of the action of this double championship match. Macho Man Savage, the Ultimate Warrior, and it has been a bruising battle from the opening bell. Non-stop action between these two seemingly indestructible, outstanding athletes. Chinlock here again by Macho Man.
A little inspiration there, and receiving it from 20,000 people who've packed this arena.
The Warrior getting to his feet, or starting that direction anyway. He's there. Blast away at the rib cage of Randy Macho Man Savage. And here is a collision and a clothesline, and it's Savage who clotheslines the Warrior, goes to a cover again, and gets a 2 count.
And you won't pin the Ultimate Warrior in that fashion. You've really got to tie him up, bundle him up, and practically kill him.
Again, Savage
pin him
to the top. Here he comes. Randy Savage. Oh! Holy cow!
Oh!
I thought he had him, but the Warrior literally threw him 3 feet in the air.
What power there shown by the Warrior, and he really has taken a heck of a licking in this last 5 minutes.
Savage.
Good block.
Oh! It is the Warrior reversing.
And what is this? Coming down from the ringside.
Rick Rude alongside. Look at that pose
What is he doing?
This has nothing to do with what's going on in the ring, but somehow or another, the Ravishing One has made it a point to come to ringside. We'll keep our eye on him, but we'll keep our eye on what's happening inside the squared ring, too.
And the Warrior's doing the right thing. He's taking no notice of that. Don't
look at the Warrior.
Distracted, Warrior, because that could be your undoing.
Atomic drop on Macho Man Savage. On his back, directly in front of us. The Warrior hooks the leg. However, it is Savage with the left leg draped over that lower rope, precluding the 3 count.
And the thing about this, it would appear that the appearance of Rude is
look at this. And now, a reversal. No. So close, but yet so far. It looked like Macho Man Savage had the Ultimate Warrior for 3. He had him for 2 3/4, but not 3. Oh! The Warrior driving the head of Savage to the canvas. Back and forth he goes.
Nicely trapped there by the champion, Macho Man. The Intercontinental Champion came to look at Rude.
Look at Rude on the outside.
What is he trying to prove doing that?
Totally uncalled for.
Is he trying to prove that he's got a better body than the Ultimate Warrior?
Look at this. Savage backed over the seemingly indestructible Ultimate Warrior, but couldn't get the 3 count out of referee Joey Morello.
And still the Warrior takes absolutely no notice of Rude. He's doing the right thing, the intelligent thing. He's keeping his concentration solely upon this match in hand. And that's how it's got to be.
Ravishing Rick Rude on the outside with all kinds of poses. On the inside, it's Macho Man Savage. The first to his feet, double sledge across the back of the head of the Warrior. But the Warrior seems unperturbed by it. He seems indestructible. Savage continues on the attack. Off it goes. Well, toward the turnbuckle. He can't get the Warrior's head to that turnbuckle.
Great block by the Warrior.
The Warrior is digging in. Turning around. And now appealing to the crowd.
He is telling everybody he's going to press him.
He's going to
beat him.
He's going to military press.
And he's absolutely capable of doing that.
But he goes in first with a hard right hand, and then another one, and down goes the champion.
The Warrior looking tremendously powerful now. And Macho Man certainly looking the worse for wear.
Macho Man ducks under.
Signs of a defeated man.
The Warrior is still right there with a clothesline that sends Macho Man
both his
down on his back.
are right within his grasp now.
And outside, Ravishing Rick Rude continues in his pose. Another clothesline by the Intercontinental Champion. And now, the Warrior going
to the Warrior.
Now he has seen Ravishing Rick Rude. Macho Man Savage on the inside. Ravishing Rick Rude on the Warrior on the outside. What's going on here? Rude backpedaling and stumbling around. Referee is in the count as both the Warrior and Rude are on the outside.
Macho Man is on the top.
Wow!
The Warrior right from behind. He scrambles
Macho
back in
Man
again.
quickly back
and
inside the
still
ring.
Going on. Oh. And we've got a bell on this. What is the official decision? We're getting it almost immediately.
The winner of this bout, raised only from a countout, and still undisputed World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Champion, Randy Macho Man Savage.
Unbelievable! Macho Man achieved what he wanted to achieve.
Both belts.
No, he can't take both belts. One was a countdown, so he will retain his own belt, but he's not going to take that Intercontinental belt. There's no way you can take that unless you pin your man right in the middle of the ring.
Here comes Ravishing Rick Rude inside. What's this? Ravishing Rick Rude extending the hand of friendship, and Macho Man Savage accepts. What kind of a duo have we formed here? And here is the Warrior. First he goes to work on Rude, then on the Macho Man. The Ultimate Warrior up and out. Right in our lap, or nearly in our lap, comes the Macho Man. And now it is the Ultimate Warrior who wants to do a military press here on Ravishing Rick Rude. He's going to work on him. He whips him across. He clotheslines him.
A punishing clothesline by Warrior on Rude, and Rude is down. He's going to press him. And this has never happened to Rude before. Look at this. This is history in itself.
Unbelievable.
He can do anything he wants to. This man is incredible.
Raw raging power. The Ultimate Warrior.
And 20,000 people are on their feet. They haven't sat down for 5 minutes. Even the referee gets bowled over by the Warrior. He's on fire.
Another referee brought in to help Joey Morello. And now all of the participants back to the locker room